Hi, and welcome to 5 Minutes with MNET. I'm Jeff Renke, Editorial Director of Manufacturing.net and Manufacturing Business Technology. Today I'm joined by Vera Nieuwland, a director in Kaufman Rossin's Digital Transformation Service practice. She has over 15 years of experience in digital transformation and digital commerce strategy across the retail, manufacturing, and distribution industries. Vera, thanks so much for joining us today. To start out with, maybe you can just kind of give us some background in terms of what is digital commerce and why it's so important to the mid-sized manufacturer.
Yes. Hi. Thanks for having me. Let's start with what is B2B digital commerce, which is really what we're talking about today. Essentially, it's creating a digital channel for business customers to buy and purchase, and also to engage with customers and with businesses. So it goes beyond online selling, and it really kind of goes also into commercial operations. It's an approach to start digitizing the entire organization by creating an online channel for placing orders and to engage with customers.
Excellent. And why do you think it's important for manufacturers to sort of get past some of the traditional things they've been doing and consider selling more online?
So if we take a look back to digital commerce, which is essentially e-commerce, that shift from traditional retail to e-commerce started kind of like probably 20 years ago, if you think about the age of Amazon, and has just continued to evolve over time, where today we cannot think in any other way, right? It's just like so normal. And that shift has really started in the B2B space as well. So it's continuing to evolve. It's becoming more embedded in today's operations, and it's evolving rapidly. So we're seeing that about 30% of organizations still offer no or limited e-commerce, with the majority of them have really embraced it, but also not like fully optimized it. So if we look at it specifically, what I get excited about is the opportunity for mid-market manufacturers. There's a tremendous opportunity to kind of really embrace this trend and opportunity for growth.
Well, and what do you see as some of the biggest benefits for manufacturers when they do adopt a lot of these digital commerce strategies?
So one of the things is both a need and a benefit. We see buyers changing. So in today's just daily use, like we just mentioned, we use a lot of digital tools, and today's buyers are continuously to be much younger also. They're mainly millennials, and Gen Z is coming into like a B2B buyer persona as well. They're so used to using these digital tools and creating more seamless experiences and ways to have self-service options, browse what they can purchase from, educate themselves on some of the product information and things around it. Just really provides a better customer experience. And on top of that, it will also start to really open up opportunities for account managers to spend their time more strategically, because a lot of that day-to-day that they're focused on now is being more automated. That's kind of the starting point. If you think beyond that, then it really provides a foundation of automation, a foundation of tremendous amount of data that will continue to fuel opportunities for innovation and growth.
Yeah. And getting started sometimes can be daunting because people are worried about that initial upfront investment. What advice would you give to manufacturers getting started to not necessarily have to dole out a lot of those costs right up front?
So great question. And the first one, I think, is start small. Start with a pilot. Don't have to roll it out to your full customer base or the full segment. What is an area that you can carve out to really start experimenting with? Gather that feedback from your customers and optimize, test and learn, make it better, and then start to really expand it into your other parts of the business and roll out and get more of your customers, more of your account managers on boards, and really adopt it in the organization. And I think a couple of point two and three are really embrace digital tools. There's so much AI available currently that can just help with small problems or small parts of it, such as customer service, that can really make a big difference in the overall transition.
Absolutely. And I think one of the biggest things right now when it comes to digital commerce and manufacturing is there's a lot of misconceptions out there. What are some of the more common ones that you come across?
Yeah, so couple of misconceptions. First one, e-commerce is for large enterprises. It definitely isn't. If you look at some of the digitally native brands, it's tremendous what individual founders or super small teams can do in terms of driving revenue just by adopting e-commerce and smart tools. Second, that you have to make large investments and that it's really a lot of complexity and high cost. There are very accessible and lower cost tools available, low code, no code platforms. We just mentioned AI, kind of like a plug and play environment that will help improve overall operations and that can help make a transition better and faster. And I think the last misconception is it's just an additional channel or it will replace the entire account management or sales force, which it doesn't. It really is an extra tool to make the existing operation operate smarter and better. And in the end, will evolve to an overall like omni-channel experience. And it's not this additional kind of channel that you add on top of your current business.
Excellent. Great stuff, Vera. Thanks for the time. And I'd like to thank everybody for spending 5 minutes with MNET.